Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing something super close to my heart, my real experience learning how to sew. Whether you are just getting curious about sewing, already dabbling, or dreaming of turning your hobby into a business, this video is for you. And I will walk you through the mistakes I've made and setbacks, unexpected costs, and how long it actually takes to get good, how I stay motivated, and why sewing is such an underrated skill in today's economy. And I will also share once again how I started and where I am today. So let's get into it. Let me guess. You saw a gorgeous dress online, you thought I could totally make that, bought a sewing machine, and now it's collecting dust because everything feels confusing and overwhelming. Am I right? Yep. And I've been there before. And sewing looks easy. I know, especially a lot of these tutorials online, they make it so appealing, so easy, especially a couple of those reels where they are draping on a mannequin and within seconds they have a dress. Oh well, they make it seem easy, but reality is it's not. It takes a lot of work. But until you're crying over tangled thread at 2 a.m., you won't know how it is. But here is the good news. You are not alone, and there is a way through. So let me tell you how. What can go wrong when learning to sew? That's such a good question. Learning to sew, it's like learning a brand new language. It's exciting, it gets you hyped up, but it comes with a lot of whoops moment. First of all, the thread jams. So many and way too often. Crooked seams that make your clothes look like DIY go wrong. We've been there. I've done that so many times. Fabric fraying and not knowing what an interfacing even is. Yeah, right. I've been there. I've done that. Buying the wrong materials. So most of the time gets to buying really cheap fabrics, a discounted or end of bolt that doesn't drape, they need needle that breaks, machine that aren't beginner friendly. Well, been there, done that. Watching tutorials thinking, I've got this, and then totally messing up a simple hem. Been there, done that. So to be honest with you, the truth is you will 100% mess up, but that's perfectly fine. Every mistake is a lesson in disguise. So I would say if I would have to share with you an advice, it's do not let perfectionism ruin the fun for you. You will get there, but you will make a lot of mistakes along the way. What to expect and how to stay motivated. Expect progress to be probably, I would say, very slow at first, and you won't make runway ready pieces overnight. So do not set your expectations so high, because the higher the expectations are in the beginning, the harder the disappointments are gonna be, and probably it's gonna slow you down. My very first dress, oh my God, had a wonky neckline, had uneven sleeves, and somehow it was a little bit tighter on one side because I think I exaggerated one of the darts. But you know what? I actually worn that, and I think I was quite proud. A little bit ashamed in the beginning to tell people it was made by me, but it was so obvious then I had to accept it, I had to state it, and I had to wear it with pride. And so here are how I stayed motivated. I celebrated small wins, right? Every time I come up with something that fits closer to whatever I was expecting, I was celebrating, and I was going forward even harder. And even sewing a straight line sometimes deserve just a victory dance, as if you just finish a couture piece. Making things you actually want to wear, so that's going to be so much easier for you, because that motivation is gold when you truly want to wear that for a certain event. And so also finding a sewing buddy or online community that will encourage you and that will give you feedback, it's always priceless. So trust me, having people who get your struggles help. People that go through the same thing as you do always helps and help you keep going. And limit comparison as well. Do not compare your beginning with someone else's end or someone else's progress. Some people are trained designers. You cannot compare yourself to them. So you are just getting started. Be kind to yourself. And this is really beautiful. You are somewhere. You are probably ahead of a lot of other people who never even consider giving a go. How much money to start sewing as a hobby? You don't need to break the bank. So here is a realistic budget. But of course, it depends on everyone. So I would say a basic sewing machine that does whatever you need to do in the beginning and maybe a little bit further into your progress would be somewhere about $150 to $300. So educate yourself and see what your needs are going to be. Get one with good reviews for beginners, and do not go ultra cheap. Remember, sometimes we are too poor to buy cheap stuff. So in the end of the day, something extremely cheap, it's most likely going to cause you more headaches and probably not going to be even enough for you to advance with your progress. For fabric and notions, for your first 3 projects, I would say anywhere between $50 to maybe about $100. Make sure you have enough. Always buy extra yardage in order for you to be able to cover for the mistakes you're going to make, because you will make mistakes 100%. If you are becoming a pattern lover, I am not one, and I've explained so many times why I'm not. You can download some free on, let's say, maybe moodfabric.com, and there's some other websites out there that are going to share free patterns for beginners with you, but at the same time you can also buy. Keep an eye on Closing Joanne stores these days. They have some discounted patterns. Do not buy complicated. Check at the difficulty of the pattern so you don't set yourself for a massive fail. Just get the beginner ones and start from there. Maybe I would say patterns anywhere between 0, of course, if you're lucky enough to find one that you love, up to maybe about $20. Get yourself about 2-3 for your very first projects. So there you go. We are anywhere between $250 maybe to about $400, but that should last you for a while. Give yourself enough time to learn the right way. And so to turn into a business slowly, add maybe branding, packaging for maybe like about $100. Then you have to, of course, look into opening a website on Shopify, on Etsy. They all have fee associated with your membership. And maybe later on you will have to upgrade your machine. And if you want to upgrade, consider please industrial sewing machines and some professional tools. But that's later in your progress. For now, focus for your very first step. Grab whatever you think is necessary for whatever you are and just start growing at your own pace. You don't need all at once, just buy them as you can. And as usual, you will find links in the description below for a lot of good sources for products, for fabrics, for tools, for sewing machines. If you truly want something really professional that would last for a long time and don't have crazy prices, please go and get yourself the Wawa magazine, and you will find here a lot of good options. They have here the season, they have the prices, they're very, very reliable. Everything comes really quick. This is not an affiliate video. I am not supported by them, but I truly believe in them because I have a lot of things from them. They never fail, and if they do, they will jump right on it and they will make it right. Give them a chance. Why sewing is so useful in today's economy? So let's be real, everything is so much more expensive right now, and I am so confused with how fast fashion is so cheap, but it's wasteful, and quality pieces are obviously unaffordable for the most of us. And so in my opinion, knowing how to sew means, first of all, you're fixing or upcycling clothes instead of tossing them, and you can do that for yourself or for others. You can, of course, create some beautiful custom pieces like no one else has. So the joy for me actually is truly in this going out and looking like no one else. Of course, you can also sell your own designs or even offering tailoring services, and this is going to bring you a lot of income. I cannot tell you how many people out there want to look unique, but they do not have this chance. And another one I would say, it's definitely you can empower yourself with a practical, creative, and income generating skill, right? So in uncertain times, sewing is to me more than a hobby. It's a form of independence. You can decide for yourself. You want to create one-of-a-kind pieces. You want to fix other people's clothes in alterations. You can just do so many things. You can save yourself money instead of buying cheap clothes that will last very little. You can make your own unique pieces. Think of it. The benefits of learning this unique skill are countless. So I started sewing because I wanted clothes that felt more me. I wanted to look very different. I had this image in my head that I could not see it in a mirror at any point. And so that was my trigger. And plus, I also wanted to save money. I am a very budget conscious person. I'm always trying to save money. And by me wanting to look good but not willing to save the money for custom pieces and something really expensive, the fast fashion wasn't really satisfying me. I have long torso with shorter legs. These are my proportions and I have to live with them. So at first I could barely thread my machines, and I have to admit that my husband is the one that helped me thread my machine. I had zero fashion background other than my father's sewing when I was a little kid. I knew nothing else. So I learned from YouTube. I learned from making a lot of mistakes. I can tell you one thing about me. I always jump on it. I always go head first into the wall. Of course, sometimes it happened to be very disappointed. But when I saw a sewing machine that I thought is going to help me to start my journey, I jump on it. Later on, I upgraded. But anyway, start from wherever you are comfortable. At first, I could barely thread my machine, right? As I said, I wasn't good at all. I was just barely able to even use scissors to cut fabric. But hey, I made mistakes, a lot of them. I cried sometimes. I got very frustrated. I threw the fabric on the floor. I threw the scissors out of my hand and I said, I'm done. This is not for me. But guess what? The next day I went back to the room and I started all over again. Maybe fresh. Sometimes helps you start fresh. Don't undo stitches over and over again, especially in the beginning. It didn't work for me. But I would say just keep going. Learn something from every single mistake you make. It took me probably a good solid year, maybe even more, until I got decent. Even controlling the fabric into the sewing machine and fitting it through, even this sometimes could be a challenge. Picking the right stitches for the right thickness of fabric, learning how to drape. All this, I would say maybe over a year and a half, to be feeling confident. And then I started even selling pieces to friends. I started creating brand new pieces. I understood more about the actual human body, how patterns work, how draping works. I started really small. I started just making alterations for free, just so I can learn. I would reach out to people and I would let them know I'm available if they need any help. I would sit in my room hours and hours at a time. I would watch videos on YouTube, and I remember how many times I would just get myself the boost and say, you know what, I can do this. It's always maybe somehow, in my opinion, about your attitude. So this is how I originally started. Then I went ahead and created small pieces. I offer my services for free just because I needed to learn. I also went to the thrift store and I bought pieces. I deconstructed them and then I learned how to sew them together in a different size, in a different fabric. So this is how I started. And then I fall in love with draping on a dress form, which is absolutely my way to go. I do not love patterns. I was not having the biggest success in sewing with patterns, even though every now and then I do use them because I have no choice maybe for that time. And then I went ahead and I also created my fashion brand, and I design very edgy, unique pieces in my opinion. Since then, I've changed a little bit styles, and right now I create handmade resort wear pieces with a lot of love, more much softer approach. And guess what? I still mess up a lot of times. I still have to undo stitches. I still have to throw pieces away and say, what was wrong with me today? Why did I even set to the sewing at my sewing machine? We all have those days. I do not get discouraged anymore. I'm living proof that you do not have to be perfect to succeed at what you want to do. So all you have to do is just start. Could be sometimes a very messy start, could be a messy progress, but just don't give up. So if you are thinking of learning how to sew, just do it. You won't regret it. No matter where you start, your sewing machine can turn into a tool for freedom, creativity, and even financial growth. You don't need to be perfect to make profit. You just need to stay passionate and very consistent. Just keep going. This is my advice that I can give you. And absolutely is very hard. Sometimes it's unbearable. And it takes time, no doubt about it. But the reward? You can create with your own hands, you can express your own style, and you can make money on top of it. And so this is magic, this is independence. So drop a comment if you're just starting out, or share your own sewing story. I'd love to hear. And like this video if that helped you out. And don't forget to subscribe for more sewing tips, behind the scenes of my handmade brand, and business building advice. Thank you for hanging out with me today, and I will see you in the next video. This is around Easter, so happy Easter, everybody.